So they say corporate worship is on December 6th. In the meantime, though, we have lots to talk about in terms of sport. I'm Gary Al Smith, and thank you for staying with us on The Pulse. You may have heard in the last 4 days that the discussion around penalties has been trending. Once again, yet another Ghana national team fell at that hurdle. For the second time in 3 days, the Black Meteors were unable to scale the penalty shootout. Now, one journalist who was with them in Egypt by name Jude Champon gives us a rather startling revelation about what happened in the background of the Black Meteors and before their penalty shootout against South Africa.
You could feel from their attitude, from their faces, that they were afraid to kick the penalties. And I thought this was why we needed a psychologist. We lost to Ivory Coast in the semi-final through penalty kicks. So everybody going into the next kick-out will be jittery, will feel this pressure. And so we needed a psychologist to sack them up and say, look, hey, you are Ghanaians, we know how to do this. Let's go, let's have this precision, let's have this power behind our kicks, let's be sure of where we are putting it, and we will go through. We didn't have such thing. The coach could only direct them, speak to them. But a psychologist know how to mentally get, them at the highest level, strengthen them to go and take the penalties. Can you imagine when we had the match-winning ball to kick and qualify to Tokyo, and there was this guy, Fuseni, who had been one of the excellent penalty takers in training, had played 4 penalty kicks, not even one went off. He masterminded in playing those penalty kicks at training ground. And when it came to where it matters most, he was running away. When everybody was calling on him to go take the final kick, he was nowhere to be found. He was saying, no. Kwabena also had been with the Black Stars. In fact, one of the players who had gone into the mainstream had come back and he was feeling comfortable. He was in a buoyant mood after scoring those 2 goals. His confidence was spirited high. We thought he was going to kick the final penalty, but he said, hey, I'm in Ghana for in the local language. So, their demeanor even showed that they were not going to do something better with the kicks. And lo and behold, they messed up the
Right, so he was with the team there, and it corroborates a lot of the talk we've had over the years, about the various national teams across all age levels, be it women, under 20, under 17, Black Stars, and now, of course, the Black Meteors. Benedict Owusu is here with me to look at what has just come out here. Any surprise at the fact that fear of what Ghanaians will say back home is the reason why a lot of them chickened out?
Not surprised at all. You remember in 2010 when Dominic Ediya missed the penalty, what did he say? Exactly. So it should tell you that
Ghana Fuekume.
They always have that at the back of their minds. Yeah. Almost all the players that play for the Black Stars, because it's been a while since we last won something for Ghana. So when you go in there and you don that shit, you know very well that people are watching and they are going to judge you. As we always say, we have as many as 30 million coaches, which all of them know. So based on that, if you're a player and you pick the ball and you are going to play, or if you're a player, based on the past experiences of the other players, the top players, you always will have it at the back of your mind that, hey, Charlie, if I go in and I miss this, no. So I'm not surprised at all.
Right, these are the penalty shootouts from Ghana versus South Africa. The game where the Meteors could have booked a ticket to Tokyo. Meanwhile, the goalkeeper somersaulted his way to Tokyo. Yeah,
and that was the last penalty. That was a Phobe's penalty.
Yeah, Phoebe.
After what Jude said this morning, I also listened to Ibrahim Tanko after the game. He also mentioned same that most of the players were afraid. They were afraid to go and kick the ball because of obviously things that people will say, and he termed insults from Ghanaians. But Charlie.
Anyway, so as Benedict said, Ibrahim Tanko also spoke about something similar. Even as we wait for that ball from Edward Sapon to land in the studio, we hear from Ibrahim Tanko, the coach of the Meteors, on his thoughts about the penalty shootout and Ghana.
Yeah, about the penalties, yesterday we trained. I think the problem we have in Ghana is the players are afraid to miss the penalty because of the insult that they will receive from home. So even before the player go to play the penalty, he has 2 different minds. It's very unfortunate, but it's happened. And I mean, this is not the first time, as you know. In this tournament, we had it twice in the previous senior team and the junior teams. Everything, every day is happening. I think it's because of the thinking that if they didn't score, they are going to be insulted from the public.
So that's Brian Tanko speaking there, corroborating the story. Yeah.
And, well, as I mentioned, I'm not surprised from what Jude said and also what the coach is saying, because that's what we've come to live with.
But can we tell the players that they shouldn't fear the insult? Because that's when insults will come. It happens everywhere in the world.
That's why if you're a player, you should be mentally strong. I mean, you need the likes of a Samoa Joe who, when at the moment missed the penalty, he will pick and play again. So forget about what people will say. That's your job. That's what you do. And you're always going to be perfect at it. There are days that you go and you miss. Fine. Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, all of them, they miss penalties. So if you're Edward Sapon, if you are Fuseni and you go and you miss, what will happen? Nothing will happen to you. People will insult you. But the fear is that normally what most of these players have at the back of their minds is, if you come and you miss, next time you don't even be called.
Yeah.
You understand?
Which is true in our parts of the world.
Of course it is. I mean, because if you come and you score an own goal, there were days when if you're a new goalkeeper in the Black Stars team and you concede a cheap goal, cheap in our eyes, and we say,
that's the last time.
That'll be it. If you're a defender and you score an own goal, and we can mention several examples. Issa Ahmed, all these guys. You remember this former Liberty goalkeeper? There was a friendly we played against Nigeria.
Yeah.
And there was
MP.
Charlie, Patrick MP. There was a friendly. Mike Lesson gave him a back pass. The man could not clear and they scored.
That was his last time.
That was his last. So, I mean, most of the players also, you cannot really blame them. But I think that if you're a player, you must be mentally strong.
All right. So that's it with that. Now, a story broke in the last couple of hours, and it has major implications on the way the Ghana Premier League is going to be put forward to you at home and to bring your laugh back. Lepora MND Jaola is to chair the new Ghana Premier League committee, and he'll be assisted by Jesse Ajipong, who, as some of you may know, was the CIMG 2016 Marketing Man of the Year. He is the vice chairman of that committee, in addition to 5 others. We'll go into detail, that story in detail a bit later. But for now, though, you can go on my Joy line and read the details as the GFA tries to bring back the love of Ghana football. Thank you, Benedict, for your time. I'm Gary Al Smith, and that is the sport for now.